Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. Well, if you've felt lately, and you certainly feel today as though you're in the midst of a battle from Star Wars, I won't be terribly surprised because the astrology does support that. We don't necessarily like it, but that is what the astrology is supporting. The sun today is at 1 moving to 2 degrees of love, beauty, and social justice oriented air sign Libra. Libra is the sign of both war and peace. Hitler had Libra rising. You wouldn't normally expect that, but war and peace. Hey, I know that guy, War and Peace. Nice guy. Tolstoy knew him too. In any case, we are 1 and 2 degrees today into the season of Libra, and the moon moves into the deep dark water sign of Scorpio, of which Mars and Pluto are the rulers, and they are in a hard 90-degree angle today, which correlates to this battle inside of us, this battle on the outside of us. The moon moves into Scorpio at 2 a.m. precisely Pacific Daylight Time, 5 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 10 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Now, the moon, of course, moves through the big Mars square Pluto. So let me tell you exactly what that means. Mars is the planet of aggression and force, just raw energy, moving forward, assertion, but often just aggression. Of course, he's got the reputation for being the warmonger himself. Pluto is a proverbial lord of death. The power, the concentrated power, that can mean a psychological death as well as just, plain physical death. And they are in a hard square, 90-degree angle today, and together, that is one of the most difficult aspects there is in astrology. And you don't want to do anything particularly risky today because it might come back and bite you big time. The Mars is at 1 degree of Scorpio in its home sign, being nasty, and its hard square to Pluto is at 1 degree of Aquarius. 4:52 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when that's exact. 7:52 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 12:52 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. The moon moves through the Mars square Pluto aspect. The moon squares Pluto at 4:56 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, only 4 minutes after its exact hard square. 7:56 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 12:56 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and the moon conjoins Mars at precisely the same moment. So the early part of the day, you want to be very careful today. Of course, that works for the whole day. It's a day to be very cautious in terms of where your own energy is going, because this is conflictual energy par excellence. So easy does it today. Now, there are no other aspects until much later in the day when there is an actual harmonious aspect. The moon at 6 degrees of Scorpio by that time makes a harmonious 60-degree sextile to Venus, planet of love and affection, general harmony in life at 6 degrees of Virgo. That's good. That's more lighthearted. 3:18 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when that's exact. 6:18 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 11:18 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So the day certainly gets better as it moves on, but be very cautious today. Stay out of difficult situations if you can. And if you got to deal with difficult people, just be cool today. That's the whole energy of the day. Just breathe and be cool. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. I was going to say Star Wars. Now, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can book it on my website, starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy this day, no matter what, and may the force be with you always.